Hello? Hello? Anybody there? Anybody? I mean, yes, we're a month late. I know that. But last month of 2017, holidays are coming up, Christmas, Happy New Year's, right? I mean, all big celebration. So that's what was going on, at least for I'm gonna assume both of our ends, at the very least. And well, as far as the chapters go, I got 5 things to say. She must die. She must die. She must die. She must die. And she must die. Other than that, hey guys, what's up? Lucky Cheese 7 is back again after a month's worth of hiatus. And yeah, no Togashi. Don't quote me on that. But it feels good to be back after a while. It really does feel good to be back after a while, especially since we're now in the year of 2018, which I'm going to assume is going to be the year of accomplishments and moving on. Not from Tokyo Ghoul, but just like going in the step of the right direction. That's the right word I want to use here. And like always, can't do this by myself. So I've got a special friend / special guest with me today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
It's been a year since we have last talked about Tokyo Ghoul in a podcast. Yeah, it's been a year. It's kind of amazing how long we waited. I think we are like Toguchi. The funny thing is, Hunter x Hunter is coming back this month, January. So we're coming back too. Yeah, we're coming back too. So it's like we are him. Yeah, it's a good inspiration, man. I'm gonna do this more often. So this is Sparda3g once again as a co-host, co-guest, whatever you want to call me. But it's great to be back after 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5 chapters. How many chapters actually?
It's been a while. I can say that much.
It's been a while. It's been a while. A lot of things has happened. Yeah. that's the story.
Yep. There's quite a lot, and for long time viewers or listeners out there who normally know how the podcast goes, it's usually we break down the chapters and we kind of dissect it. We have 5 chapters to cover, so as much as we would like to go through and dissect all the chapters, that would take forever. Let's be honest here. That would probably be like a 5-hour podcast if I'm being generous about that. Maybe 7 hours at most, and that could take a lot of time. So instead, at least for this first podcast of the year, what I'm going to do is basically have, well, it's not just me, but what Sparta and I are going to do is talk about the last 5 chapters that took place within the year. And it's actually kind of simple because the 5 chapters itself are, I wouldn't say they're Mutsuki-centric per se, but she does have a lot of involvement. Not to mention a fight happens. 2 of them. Well, one gets a little, I wouldn't say sidelined, but definitely kind of ends shortly. And one is trying to be prevented, I think is the right word. But that's kind of where things have been. And if anything, it's like I said in the beginning of the podcast, she has to die. We know she's cuckoo. We know she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But
go on.
This is the last stand for Mutsuki. I'm sorry, Mutsuki fans out there. She has to go. She has to go. Okay. I mean, people can say what they want about Sakura, but it never went to this extent. So I'll give Sakura credit where credit is due.
Yeah, because she went to the downhill spiral of a bad writing character. So instead of being intentional writing, it was actually unintentional writing. So that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a compliment, but
no,
go on.
It's not.
It's not a compliment. Point is, what Ishida is doing with Mutsuki is pretty much what we're supposed to feel Either we want her to die or we want her out of the way. It's either the two. I mean, you could feel the other emotion, but it's, of course, a lot of people like to think we got to get rid of her because she's just too crazy. There's always other options. It all depends how you could execute it, which, who's to say that it won't happen that way? But we got another 2 weeks to wait for that conclusion. Depends when this podcast is posted up. But again, yeah, it's intentionally written this way. Sakura, well, it was not meant to be.
No, it wasn't.
It was not meant to be that way at all. It was not meant to tell us, oh, she was written to be an idiot. So, yeah.
Yeah, whereas with Moods, it's like, no, she was intentionally written to be an idiot, per se.
More in a sense. Well, we will go over when we get to that.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess one way I could kind of start this off is just asking you, Sparda, like, what were your thoughts on, like, we'll break down, like, the latest chapter that came out, but as far as, like, the last 4 prior to this one.
Well, my thoughts on what? Just in general?
Yeah, like, just in general.
Well,
how things have been handled.
Well, first of all women kicks ass. Second, Toka still kicks ass even in pregnancy. I mean, she did a tiger knee on Muski. That's always.
How many months is she in? That's what I'm curious.
I think 1 or 2 months minimum.
Okay.
But at least it has to be those two. Maybe I don't know. It's definitely either those two. I mean, yeah, maybe you could think the Wolfenstein 2 logic, but let's not go there. But yeah, she's definitely not. She's not in like 6 months in.
No,
otherwise
definitely
it would be.
not. I was thinking 3 or 4, but even then,
if it was like 6 months in and she was like doing all that, that would be a little bit too much.
I'm
like, no miscarriage after all that. Okay. But yeah, she's still way young for having the pregnant body, so to say. Yeah, she was still kicking ass. Uri is awesome as always. Shao is awesome as always. Probably the best new member of the Q Squad family.
Definitely.
She's like a total package, and I do mean total package. So it's kind of hard not to say that.
You're right. It's hard.
Aura got his ass kicked that we deserve. Even and his maybe. Well, we better not do other direction, otherwise he is definitely out of. He's definitely out of here if he dares to do a backstab. But if he is what he's saying he is, then fine, because he's meant to be a fool. He's meant to be a rookie, which makes sense for his character.
It does.
But still, seeing him get his ass kicked was very rewarding. So thank you. Note to self: never kick Shao's chest ever, because you would get your ass handed to you back.
Exactly.
So that was the moral of the story for the past 2 chapters. Duty noted. I like this. I like the whole Q Squad stuff. I like this whole focus, especially now we finally get into the conclusion. Hopefully it goes well with the original Q Squad member, because if it doesn't, then yeah, you know the deal. You got to get rid of her 100%. No other option. So this is pretty much the end all be all.
It's either you join us or you die. One of the two.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. Some people predict that Aura will sacrifice with Muski, probably do some random ambush. That's possible. It really depends. It's gonna be tricky because I really wanted to see how they're gonna like again. We don't know if Ishida is going for the idea of like, yeah, Muski is gonna finally change for good. The challenging part is the execution. If he is going for that, if he's going for something else like the one that everybody predicted, pretty much there's just no hope for her. It's easier to execute that, but it will suck for Uri to fail again.
It would.
Again, it could go any direction. So that makes me, I guess it draws my attention a lot because I'm really curious how he's going to execute this. Usually it's always executed well, so it's never like, the coolest guy ever moment. So I never get that. I hardly get worried about that. I mean, I did get worried about the whole, well, it looks like you lost, Kaneki. Good day to you, sir. Game over. Time to kill your family. Ah, la, 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 la. But that's only because we were fooled. We were all fooled to think that the series was actually going to end the exact same number chapter count from the first one. So that was our
I know,
fault.
we were all fooled on that. I'm like,
I mean, wow. Like, he really went out of his way to do the exact same ending. But no, that wasn't the case. So yeah, I do trust on what he's gonna do. I'll be surprised he do something wrong,
stupid.
like pretty much poorly executed. I'll be surprised if that were the case happen. But we'll see. We'll see. But definitely, I enjoy this whole scene so far.
I can say the same thing, honestly. Like, if I had to think, like, the Toka and Mutsuki rematch was actually really cool to see. I liked it. Got worried for Toka, especially when Aura had his foot on her face. I'm like, no. I'm
Yeah.
like, no.
If she wasn't pregnant, I wouldn't want him to try to beat the shit out of Aura. Kind of like the only good part from what's that movie called? Batman X Superman, whatever it's called. That's an X. V Superman. With the Batman.
Dawn of Justice. That one.
Yeah, Dawn of Justice. The only good part is the Batman scene where he has to save Martha. Remember that warehouse place? He was fighting everybody. Yeah. One guy stabbed him. He's like, I think he stabbed him or sliced him or whatever. He got hurt. So he aimed for him and he just beat the living date out of him. That's I want Toka to do, like, you hit me, you freaking stole my face, and then just beat the hell out of him.
I know, right?
that I would have loved. But she is pregnant and her priority is to find Kaneki, which makes sense. I understand. She's handicapped. That makes sense. I was happy they actually re-acknowledged that because it felt like, did anybody forget that she's pregnant? At first I thought you should have really forgot. Like, you do know she's supposed to be like, I can't do all this.
Oh, and dude, oh my god, like Mutsuki's reaction when she found out that Toka and Kaneki got married. Oh shit.
Yeah, I was like, too late. You lose, bitch.
Like my husband is like, wait, what?
Yeah. I was like, whoops.
I'm like, karma hurts, doesn't it, bitch?
I don't know if she knows she's pregnant though.
I don't think so.
Because it would have been hilarious if the next chapter would have been like Uri, like, say, he does his I guess a long speech to Muski, and Muski finally changed her mind, and then it's like, all right, we finally did it. And then Toka is like, good news, Kaneki is actually right here. Now I could tell him that me and the baby will be so happy to find him. Baby? The bitch must die. Oh shit, thanks. Like Muski would be like, the bitch must die. Like, I used to, damn it.
I'm like, oh come on. We were going on a good path.
Yeah. Oh god damn it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she knows she's pregnant, but really curious how this is gonna work out. But anyway,
same. I'm like that too. I'm just like wondering, like, okay, how is this whole scenario gonna work out?
Yeah.
I mean, Toka's off right now, which is good. So
thankfully.
Right? I just gotta realize we've had one whole volume where we haven't seen Kaneki.
Dragon
so far,
counts?
anyway. Huh?
Does dragon count?
Well, I mean, like, Kaneki, like, actual flesh, though.
I know. I was just joking. Or does the clone count? I'm joking. I know what you mean.
I know you're joking. Clones.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we got Rude now. Ooh, no, I'm just kidding. Oh, man, I can't believe the anime is happening in 3 months. God help us all.
The teaser was decent, I'll say that.
Well, the teaser is not bad, but I'm still skeptical of Beyond Belief.
So, yeah, same here. I'm like, oh my god damn it, this
I just got like, god, different staffs. They got the staff from the
like to quote Gintoki. It's like, we should have ended after Rude or rebooted the anime after Rude, something like that.
Reboot Madhouse, Bones. I forgot what
Sunrise.
Production IG ever do horror stuff?
I don't know. Wit Studios could have probably done
Which
it too.
studio would have been great, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It fits their style. That's why. Would have been it would have been a hell of an atmosphere. Would have been like tense as hell. Yeah, it would have fit them. Oh well.
Could have had like an Attack on Titan type of OST going on too when you think about it.
Yeah, the OST would be astounding. Like, oh my god, too good. Well. But back to the manga before we make ourselves tears.
You're right. So, as far as that stuff goes, well, with the whole Mutsuki bits, prior to 155, I was like, all right. And I've been thinking about this podcast so far, but she has to die. I sound so harsh. It's like we just started the new year, and I'm already like
this wishing for someone to die.
I know.
How cruel!
I sound so cruel. I'm like,
how dare you?
Right? I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this when the year starts, but sacrifices must be made for the greater good.
Sacrifice.
Then you had the Aura stuff with I don't know how you say her name. Is it Hisio? It's HS.
I pronounced the Chinese. I think I pronounce it in a Chinese way. I'm pronouncing it with Xiao.
Okay.
Xiao. I think that's how you say it. I'm not too good with Chinese. I mean, I'm trying to stay. I'm trying to do my best in Japanese right now. Still, like I learned Japanese a while back, and I'm still trying to keep my level of Japanese lessons I got, and now I have to do with Chinese. Because
I know, I'm just like, God damn.
I was like, damn, you two series were using Chinese names. And I gotta know how to pronounce it. Because when I was trying to pronounce it in the other series, it was completely wrong. Everybody got it wrong. Every reviewers got it wrong. So I don't want to be like that. I would try to make the best I can to say it right. Even though people would probably be like, what is chin? I thought it's Quinn. I was like, no, it's chin. That's how you pronounce it. What are you talking about? Yeah, and then it'd be like Kun wrong, it'd be like Chun wrong, or like, oh.
Like, okay, I guess you say it like that.
Yeah, so I was like, this girl, oh wait, her name is Chinese. Oh shit. It can't be like I was trying to say Japanese, but it's technically impossible. If not, it would just sound completely different. It would sound wrong actually. So yeah. I just call it show. Let's see. I'm still practicing.
Mm-hmm. That whole bit itself, I was like, huh. All right, interesting. I'm like, I'm into this. And what happened with Aura? I'm like, okay, he got talking no jutsu'd. That's one. But I think it's used a little bit more effectively here than it was in Naruto. But
well, yeah, it's not like Aura has done too much damage. He's just done stupidness.
Yeah,
that's the difference. It's not like it's like you kill Uri's father. You made Muski the rage. You made Psycho cry and kill her family as well. You killed my family. You killed the entire garden. But I still love our home. So please join me. Coolest guy ever. So it's not like that.
It never hit to that peak. So I was like, all right, you know what? It works here. So
yeah, exactly. It works here because again, it's like how his introduction was. He was just a very novice boy that pretty much could be influenced by the wrong people easily. And obviously Muski is the one of them. So that's why he was like, oh, we must do it for humans. I mean, he had a good argument. I give him that.
He did. He had a very good argument.
Like, it's funny because it's like, yeah, see, at least he's being reasonable because we are, because, I mean, like, they are, both sides are being reasonable, especially the fact that they did acknowledge, is like, look, we're working together with Ghoul because we are in a desperate mode. We are in a serious problem. We have to do this because we have no choice. Instead of like, well, we have doing this because we find them as the coolest people ever. It's not like that. So it begs the question, if everything is over, would it be peace or would it go a different route? Would it be like some Halo 3 ending? It's like, okay, you bound to work together, but it takes time. You know, the Covenant. Remember how that whole...
Yeah, I was actually about to bring that up because I'm kind of wondering, like, are we going to get something like that where they're kind of in touch with each other, but it'll take like years.
Yeah, because like they know they both did so much damage to each other, but whatever they did to make the war end, they will show gratitude for that one moment. It's like, I know I can never respect you for what you did to my people, but I could give you my handshake for helping. And as they say, words are so easy,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the way seems like what Tokyo Ghoul is building up to be, but it's hard to say because the arc is still going on. Dragon is still around. Kaneki is not safe yet, so we'll see. We'll see.
It's
But
just a
again,
matter of what's gonna happen.
yeah, but again, Aura does have a point. You're trying to tell me that we did so many sacrifices, and then we just established that we're cool with them. But again, the idea is that they're desperate because they're in a serious dilemma. So you can't really blame them. You gotta do something. You gotta work together. So again, the enemy of my enemy is my friend scenario. That's the
And it
story.
works that way.
It works that way. I guess whatever you want to call it, explicit or not, I guess we know why he was pushed over the edge in terms of like his character. Like, oh, now I'm really want to kill the ghouls. I want to be strong. It's because his aunt. He really cherishes his aunt. I don't know if you want to call it romantically or just really cherishes his aunt like a
Yeah, I
actual
wasn't
mom,
so sure about that when I was like, all right, it's either cherishing his aunt,
like a mother figure, or just really that route.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's vague, but maybe because we're so used to being open for any interpretation these days. You know what I mean? It's kind of like since like gay love is a thing. It's a norm now, which is fine. But again, like there was this one time like this series. It's like how they end. Oh, it was Legend of Korra. It's like, well, you didn't see them like in a different position. It's like, what's that supposed to mean? Well, you only see them as friends because only because they're the same sex. But if you accept them for any type of relationship, including romance, you will probably see there is some romantic influence in there to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it could be just our mind, our interpretation has increased, has opened up for many different options. So who knows? Maybe it was meant to be just a mother figure talking, or is it actually a romantic figure talking? I don't know. I guess the only thing we need is a very explicit idea from him. Like, I don't know, maybe he would just say something romantic, like very clear cut romantic words to his aunt. Then we would know 100% instead of like guessing. So that's how I see it, at least.
Same.
Anything?
I'm kind of stuck. Actually, I'm like, huh. I'm trying to think of what else happened in the chapters besides that.
Oh, you talk about that chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. He got his ass kicked by Shao because she's smart. she understands. She knows well. She's not just for pleasing the eyes, though she could kick ass. So there's that big opportunity. But she's also has some character in herself, and seeing her pissed off, yikes! I was like, I bet you next chapter he would get his ass kicked. Wouldn't you know it? He got his ass
And he got his ass kicked. I'm like, thank you. Thank you.
They even have a full full panel of him blocking a punch, only to get actual punch right in the freaking face. Like, damn.
And I was like, Shao, 1, you're good looking. 2, you're great. 3, good job.
Yeah, she's like the meekest. She's like she's almost like a meekest of the series, just kicking ass, taking names, beauty. The only thing we're missing is calling a person name forever, but that's a different story.
There's that too.
Yeah, but yeah, still awesome.
It was awesome. Mm-hmm. And the little banter between her and I forget the other kid's name too, but that was fun.
Wait, Hige?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny because like in the next chapter, he was actually outspoken in that chapter. It's funny because I thought the exact same thing. Like, this is the very first time I ever see him talking this much. Because, he was always like just chilling with Psycho, like a normal friendly guy. But this time around, we know what kind of character he is. He's pretty much like a peacemaker of the team. He's like why can we be friends? You know, that kind of character. He's that good guy character. That not the good guy as like, oh, he's a good guy, like a hero character. I mean, like a good guy, like, you know, oh, good boy, good boy.
Like a
That's
goody two shoes.
yes, that's who he is. So when he finally got his 2 cents in there, and even Shaw was like, I didn't know you were this sensitive with words. Like, see, I'm thinking the exact same thing. Like, threw me off guard. Like, huh? Like, I didn't think he would have this amount of part.
Same, actually. I was
But
like, huh, okay.
yeah, but I do like it too as well. Like, I'm just happy. Like, he's not like, I'm a placeholder until I get meat bagged by some ghoul. I mean, that's the impression I sort of have 2 arcs ago. I was like, well, I guess he's there to get killed by somebody eventually. Maybe now. No, not yet. Okay. So same thing for Aura, but Aura, you know, he's in this part, and if he lives after this arc, well, I'm willing to give it a chance to see what he can do.
Same, actually. I'm like, you know what? I mean, okay, sure. Even though there have been points where I'm like, all right, I'm glad he got taken out, especially by Yoma when he got his neck snapped. I was like, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm like, okay, fine. You get some forget. It depends on on what happens like further on, but for where he's standing right now, I'm like, okay, I can loosen up a little bit. Mootski is the wild card right now, like the big wild card.
Definitely the biggest wild card of the team, of everyone, actually. Yeah, he's definitely, that's what I'm saying. This one is going to be very difficult. Like, again, if Ishida is planning to redeem her, you got to choose your words or how to execute the whole redemption wisely. Like,
Yeah,
seriously.
you gotta make it work pretty well because, I mean, I don't want to say it's not impossible to do because you could do it. It's just a matter of how you're gonna do it because
You got to convince us.
considering, I mean, because I don't think it's been that long since she's been on that. I mean, if we're looking chapter wise, when was it when we saw her
Going crazy?
insanity approach?
In the Rue Island arc. That was like chapter. Wow.
I'm checking back on that actually right now.
Okay.
So.
Well, all I know is that she's been insane. She has gone insane since the time she met with the torso guy. That's once she killed him. That's when she pretty much accept her insanity and pretty much bring it into the world rather than hiding it or not acknowledging it. But now that she knows it and she deals with it, well, we have been seeing her in a very awkward position.
So around the end, so I'm taking my best chance of saying around 90, chapter 90.
Around there, yes. So yeah, like she didn't go full fledged insane in chapter 90, but she was showing it. I mean, she was showing it to a certain degree, especially when she was like getting hyped to go against not Almond. He wasn't fighting Almond yet.
No.
Shoot, what's his name again?
92. That's when it happened.
Oh, okay. Takizawa. When he was fighting Takizawa. Yeah, I remember now. I still remember when she threw that knife right in the freaking eyeball. That was brutal. She threw the knife, and then she was excited to fight him, which no investigator should be like that, but oh well. And then that's when Akira defended Takizawa, and then she was mad because she was like, "What are you trying to do? Are you betraying the CCG?" Like she was still in that, like she was loyal to CCG, but in an extremist way. And then after that arc, we finally get to see her in a really full-fledged insane when she was dealing with Uta, and then when Uta disguised as Kaneki. That's when we really know she lost her mind.
I think that was around chapter 114. Like
Right.
That was my big indication going like, okay.
Right. Like she was still friendly with the Q squad, but it was slowly separating. It was slowly furthering away from each other. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, it was slowly furthering away. Psycho realized that she has been eating human times after times to the point that she could actually control her cognate, her RC cells really good, which that only means she's a ghoul, pretty much like a Kaneki. Yeah, her sanity becomes very known when she pretty much go against Uta or Kaneki, disguised as being disguised, and of course doing a sex scene, which is of course, which again insane. Then we finally get her as a complete insane when she met Kaneki, the real Kaneki this time, and yeah, that was when we realized, yeah, something she really went down under. But on the very very bleak positive side, she didn't went too bad, as in like really chop off the hand of Yoriko, which I still remember where everybody was like, "Are you serious?"
I remember that was the first time I made, because I think you remember this too. I was like, something told me that's prosthetic hand, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
the
you called
prosthetic.
it. You called it. I was like, huh? He called it. Oh, I'd be damn. Because I was so convinced that she was that insane. So I thought she really, really did that much damage. But turns out she only did it just to provoke Toka, which it didn't work. So she went further. She really went further down to arrest him, which on one hand, technically speaking, she's not wrong, but
No, she's not wrong.
the way how she did it for it is like selfish and assholeish. Especially when like they were in that room and Muski, that conference room, and Muski is just taunting like, aha, I got your wife. I was like, wow. The only downside is we didn't get to see the punch, but
I know.
I was hoping for a punch. We didn't get it.
Ishida, if you included that in the volume, all is forgiven.
I'll forgive you for that one. Oh, I'll probably say like if the time comes, well, this is one of the worst anime ever. The only good part of it is we actually get to see Muski get punched.
Yeah,
So
right.
if you could do that, that's the only upside I could give. The only.
It's like everything in. It's like, all right, this anime is just like the original Tokyo Ghoul, except for the punch. I respect that.
So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, and then she was part of the whole invasion, the not invasion, the raid on the 21 war arc. Yeah, well, you know what I
24th
mean.
word, yeah.
24. I said 21. Sorry, 24. Yeah. So she was there. She almost killed. Well, she killed other ones, but she almost killed Yomo, but then Yomo outsmarted her. Then she got back up, and then she caused another hell by waking up Dragon. Thank you. And now we're here. And
I
now we're
know.
here. So it's not the worst damage she has done. Is again, it's not like what we've been saying. No, what I've been saying, the coolest guy, because need I have to remind you that the guy killed protagonists, parents, destroy a village, destroy mental state
Or
of
do
this
what
guy.
Sasuke did.
Yeah,
It hasn't gone to that extent.
kill his friend who's tend to be his, well, could have been his not brother-in-law, cousin-in-law. I don't even know how that works. He killed them, and yet he's still calling him the coolest guy ever. Okay.
You also got somebody like Sasuke too, where it's like, hey, we're kind of teammates, but then go rogue for.
Yeah, he helped to kill the Uchiha. So coolest guy ever, everyone. So yeah, that's not extreme. Again, I guess the only extreme she did is being part of the whole raid, and the fact that she awakened Dragon, causing the CCG to do work, and the ghouls as well. That's the only big damage, really. I mean, the other one is more personal and strange, but maybe I would have definitely said like, oh no, she got to go if she were to kill Yoriko, or you actually did that arm part.
Yeah, like
If she would have done that, then I would have been like, okay, if she gets redeemed, you got to convince me in a very, 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 very convincing way, sir.
Mhm. Yeah, thinking back on it now, like she hasn't really killed anyone like that's super important to like the team per se.
Right.
So
It's not like she killed Kaneki and then still be forgiven.
yeah, right.
Cool
So
guy.
technically, redemption is still a way. It's just a matter of how's it gonna happen. And the other thing I noticed about the chapters too is like the outline was all in black. So this is stuff that already happened.
That's what I was about to ask. Like, you think this is actually a way to say, like, by the way, you see all this black line? That's a flashback. So, in other words, get ready for some funny twists, guys.
Yeah,
Maybe I
like
would.
I was noticing that too. I was like, hold on, wait. Because the last time we saw like the pages like outlined in white was in 150.
You know, I wouldn't even be surprised he is doing a trick. That's what scares me.
Hold on, I'm checking back to 151.
Sure. I mean, like, I don't know why. If we do believe this is all flashback, and then we believe there is an actual present time that already happened, like I can't help but imagine at 143 again. Like this time it'd be Toka. All right, I'll save you, Kaneki. I found you. I found you with the metal detector. It's finally time for you to awake from the dragon. And then next page you
151 was the
see.
last time actually we saw
Oh, okay.
the white outline.
But yeah, like I just imagine something like Toka about to free Kaneki from the Kagane, and then she's monologuing saying like, I finally found you, I finally could wake you up. We could finally be together as a family. Next page would be the exact same thing as you see Kaneki after getting Rage Demon by Suzuya and Humby. Basically a one-page slaughter. Like, what just happened? What just happened? Like, oh my god, what just happened? And then even Furuta, which will come back with the same exact same panel, reuse panel, saying, "It looks like you're lost, dude."
Exact I'm kind of sitting there going like, all right, so because this has been going on since 152, so it hasn't been that long. If the page is outlined in black, then how long is it from the present then? Because again, the last time we saw the pages outlined in white was with the whole conversation between Toka and Hide. That's the very last time we saw it.
Really? Huh.
Mm-hmm. If I remember, let me check back on that real quick. Actually, so
I maybe we just see it's so scary because you wanted to say we're overthinking, and you know what? That's possible. That's a possible, but
ring. Oh yeah, that was the last time.
Oh boy. But again, I want to say we're overthinking. And maybe we are. Maybe we are. Who's to say we're not, right? But you never know. We got, again, 143 did happen, people. We were all confused what just happened. We were confused that Kaneki got one shot out of nowhere. Well, he didn't get one shot, but time skip. It was bizarre, but it felt incredibly tragic, and it was awesome. But still, if Ishida is really going his way using this flashback, this whole black bar being a flashback indication, and then surprising with a massive twist in the present time, like what? It's possible, but
no, it is. It's true. It's definitely possible.
It's possible, but damn, it's scary to even think that way because you never know. I mean, we did have some crazy chapter title names that was going on throughout the entire chapter with I was like, what is going on?
I know. I was like, what is this?
It's like, I don't know what's going on. It's like, oh my god. So again, you never know what could happen with this case. You never know.
No.
I mean, if we're right, it better be a good reason.
I know. Ishida. We're keeping an eye on you this time.
Oh yeah. After 143 stunt, we're definitely keeping an eye eyes on this one.
Let me check actually on the other chapters too.
Mm-hmm.
From 143 outline. Okay, so outlines in white for that one. 145 was also outlined in black. That's the start of the volume too. Huh. That's interesting.
Wait, which one?
Because this current volume, which is 14, starts at 145. And the outline for that's in black too. I'm trying to think. Because stuff has already happened there too. If we're going by that logic. And then it doesn't go back into the present until 147. That's when we have the outline in white. And then it's only until 152 that we go back to the black outline. And it has the chapter title, One Sacrifice. That's the interesting thing, because 152 has that particular title to it. So if we look at the titles, One Sacrifice, 153 is titled, if I can find it, One Piece of Trash.
We forgot to mention that. That was a chapter title.
I know. I was like, I was like, One Piece of Trash. I was like, oh.
Talk about acknowledging everything that we have been saying.
Right? One Piece of Trash, that's 153. Not the chapter itself, but just title. 154 is titled Trace, and then This latest chapter that we have is titled, it's not Happy New Year. I fell for that one. I was like, wait, what?
I thought that was the chapter title name.
And I was like, wait, what's so happy about this? And then I see the actual title. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm like, damn it, Ishida. Again.
I thought that was the chapter title, honestly, too. I was like, Happy New Year. Huh.
I'm like, okay, so we're going back in time. Interesting. But no, he's like, I just said Happy New Year for a reason. Now here's the actual chapter title. It's like, oh, several lies.
I lie now. But technically speaking, it's not inaccurate per se. It's just funny that we thought it was a chapter title because it just come out of nowhere. Say Happy New Year in the middle of the chapter.
And I was like, okay. I mean, cool, but sure.
Happy New Year. Now everyone dies. It's the most wonderful time.
One sacrifice, one piece of trash, trace, and several lies.
Oh, the lies, the lies.
I'm wondering.
Huh?
I'm wondering if they're all tied to Mootski.
Let's see. What they do. Well, okay. Start over. What was the first one called?
152 was titled One Sacrifice. 153 was One Piece of Trash.
That does sound like her, for sure.
154 was Trace. And
that
then
sounds like her.
And then this last one is called Several Lies.
Huh. That's interesting. They all actually match to her character. Every single one of them. That's actually interesting.
Ishida, are you planning something? I'm getting this feeling. It's got to do something with Mootski. I don't know what, but something.
She's gonna be the new protagonist.
Oh God.
She's like, hey, look, Kaneki may have died, but there's good news. I got the eye patch. I can copy his Kagane, so we're good. Yay!
Meanwhile, Ishida's receiving death threats. How dare you?
Death threats, downvotes, all that stuff. Oh, joy.
It's like Ishida, you think you're going to get Tokyo Ghoul level death threats? No, you're going to get worse. Mootski's like, it's okay, guys. Kaneki's dead, but it's okay, we have Mootski. No, we don't want Mootski.
You're going to make the Evangelion creator look very happy person.
Seriously. Maybe we are looking into it, like you said. Maybe we are looking deep into it.
Yeah, like I said, we either look into it deep or we are actually in the right course. I hope we're an informer, though. I really do. Because sometimes when you're coming back from a flashback to the present, it's not always pleasing.
No. Definitely not.
I don't want to be like, oh, why Toko's laying down with why I'm only seeing Toko with no arms or legs? What's going on?
You see Toko blind in the present.
By the way, there's like a knife going through the stomach, so yeah, there's that too.
Oh Lord.
Oh, joy.
That'd be terrifying.
Well,
especially since the second volume just came out here in the States. Be like, great.
I know, right? Hey, look, I got a new volume, and now she lost everything.
I'm like coincidental, if you ask me.
Oh, man.
I mean, there's also Psycho. Let's not forget about that.
Oh, yeah, she got her 2 points in, which is cool, because, like, at least Mootski wasn't that cold-blooded. Like, I hate you because you are fools. It's just like, well, we're at this point, because I know I'm crazy, and I know that I've gone too far. I mean, even Psycho could sense that I have been eating humans, and what can I say? I can't be redeemed. If anything, I should die. You should kill me if you wanted to free me. So why not? You know.
At least she's acknowledging it.
Yeah, at least she acknowledged it. Which we should talk about, like the whole reason why she fell in love for Kaneki. You know, it's funny because I actually see these type of love story that does work out in other stories. Just in Tokyo Ghoul, the major downside is the fact that she's crazy. Mm-hmm. So it's like if you remove that part, you actually get your daily story that you always see in a lot of anime, manga, or even in TV shows. To be honest, because the idea is that Mootski was, she was still, I forgot what was that word. I can't find that word, but it's like the fact that she wanted to be acknowledged as a guy, not as a girl. She has that. I can't find the word, but you basically
I know what you're talking about. I'm trying to remember.
there is a word for it, and I don't remember right now. It's a big word, but I forgot. But basically, she doesn't want to be acknowledged as a woman. She wants to be acknowledged as a man. But if somebody finds out that she's a woman, like obvious detail of her body, then you'll be like, oh, you're not a man, you're a woman. So surprisingly, Sasuke actually saw her changing and find out that she was a woman, but he lied with the whole holding it to the chin, which Muski actually knows that when she does that, that's mean he's lying. But the fact that he lies for her safety and reasons, it pretty much saying like he was protecting her and her choices, which is, something you always hear from a love story. Like, you rescue me, there you go. Then I'll fall in love with you because you rescued me with a bridal hold or whatever. But for Muski, it's more of a privacy thing. It's like, oh, you could have just say like you saw me changing and therefore I'm a girl. But instead you lie your way and act like you didn't see anything and just acknowledge me as a man because you want to see me as a man because that's what I wanted to be seen as. And you protected me with your own lies, which is something that I have grown to do, which is something she was basing off pretty much, with the whole gender, the whole background story of hers, oh, my parents were dead by somebody, but instead it was her. A lot of crazy thing. But point is that Muski pretty much sees him similar to herself a lot of ways. I mean, her character is pretty much based on like that, all about tracing identity of other characters, especially when it comes to with Kaneki with the eye patch, the changing the characteristic because of the torment. She even got a white hair now, so there you go, even more to it. And now she has a Kagane that pretty much has no real identity of that based on Muski, but it's based on anybody that she could recall. So yeah, like you go back to the chapter title names, kind of really fits her character a lot. So going back to Kaneki, again, it could have been a normal love story. It could have been an understandable one. But the problem is that she's very selfish and she's pretty much like a yandere type of character, you want to say. She's
kind of obsessed, if you will.
Yes, definitely obsessed. So yeah, and especially when she was like, coming off with normally, and then she was like this. So I feel like it's rather wrong that anybody would get him, not me. It should be me, not her. It's like, yeah. So there's the problem. There's the problem that lies ahead of with that whole
like she's not content
story.
That's where the real issue stems.
Right, pretty much. Yeah, like again, it's understandable to love a guy because of that, but
maybe even be a little jealous that he's with somebody. I can buy that too.
You could buy that. I mean, like again, it was going normal back in the chapter 8 or 9. Actually, it was chapter 9. Chapter 9 when Muski was like talking all friendly, and then Kaneki was all focused on Toka, and she felt like she was like ignored completely. Like that level, that's fine. Anybody goes through that trouble. That's just life. But the action she takes after that, no. That's life, unfortunately to say, but that's something you should avoid at all costs.
Definitely.
So that's where the real problem is. That's where a lot of people hate her for. It's just her obsession, her craziness, and a lot of wrongdoing, which again, I understand that. All I'm waiting for now is how is Ishida is going to redeem her, if that is the plan for the next chapter. And if it is, well, how he's gonna do it, it's all on him.
The other thing is like when Moose tells him to kill her, like Uri again, like even though he got stabbed from what it looks like, unless he managed to grab the Kagane, but like right before he gets pierced, he just straight up says no. So that's interesting that we end off that chapter with just him saying no. So yeah. I wonder if he's actually gonna go into it like to try and talk her out of it, or this becomes like the final straw for him.
I think he's gonna try to talk her way out, talk to her for good, and just see where that goes from there. I think because of the fact that Uri has evolved a lot as a character. If he was back then, he would definitely go for the kill. Like he would go for the execution. That excuse me. It's the same thing that could be said for Shao, because Shao was thinking the same thing back when Uri went out of control. It was like, okay, he's lost his mind. He's pretty much unlocked too much of the, I wouldn't say layer, frames. There you go, frames. So it's kind of seemed like he gone too far. There's no choice but to kill him. But the choice is like there is other options. We just have to deal with it. We just have to beat the crap out of him. But there is a way to save him. Psycho was the first one to do that. Udi pretty much adapted to that because of the tragedy he lost, because of all that crazy moment that he went through as a leader, and the fact that he actually do love his family a lot, and it keeps showing. And every time he shows, it always put a smile on my face. I'm like, damn, this character, man. I remember a long time ago we used to say, this character is gonna be the most hated one. Nope.
I remember, yeah, we were both like, oh, this guy. And then I forget which arc it was, because I know we mentioned it a while back, but right around the time Kaneki told him to suck it up.
Yeah, he pretty much said, like, if you can't, you don't blame anyone but yourself. If you want to fix that, you gotta get stronger. End of story. Something like that. But he said it in a much ruder way, but I forgot how it goes. But he pretty much said, like, you can't blame anyone but yourself because you were weak. That's your fault. That's pretty much what he said.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It was brutally cold, but you got to learn the hard way.
That's just how life works.
Yeah, you just have to learn. You got to either learn in a very normal, friendly manner, or you just get a cold-blooded, harsh, straight to the point words, and that's what you got. That's exactly what you got. But anyway, yeah, Udi has evolved a lot as a character. Again, I remember my first impression back in like when the Tokyo Ghoul was still in the beginning, like in chapter 12 and I remember saying to myself, okay, this is how I see it. Psycho seems like a funny one, though hopefully she will get out of her butt and not be lazy too much, which thankfully that is the case now.
That got finished.
That got finished, thankfully and wonderfully. Shirazu seems like a guy who did have a bad delinquent background, but he feel like he really fixing himself, which is good. Unfortunately, he's dead. Sorry, that's still sad though. But anyway, Musuke seems like a very, very, very rookie person. But hey, if she could get, I say he at the time. So if he can evolve a lot, he can really get good at it. And yeah, he got well, I didn't say he got the rank. Point is, he's a rookie that he could evolve, but he has to maintain in a slow pace. Otherwise, if he go quickly, he probably end up being Kaneki. Kind of right on that. Only, yeah, what happened?
You're right, like concerned.
And then we got Udi. When I say Udi, I pretty much call him the cancer of the team.
At the time, it's a very accurate description.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what I really thought. He was like a cancer of the team. This guy wanted to be selfish. This guy was ahead of his game. This guy wanted to do everything solo. This guy was thinking about promotion. That was his gig back then. The promotion. Everybody remember that.
I won the promotion. He got it, and then
that was like the second best pairing in the series. Promotion and him.
Oh my god, you're right.
Oh man, but now it's a dead pairing. I think I don't know the way how you see it, but point is, he's no longer like that. He's way better as a character and everything.
Thankfully.
Yeah, thankfully. So this chapter, the last part of the chapter, just made me happy. I hope he doesn't die from that, but I do think he did get badly hurt. But he take it like a champ, so I can't really hate him for that.
So, yeah, because like you got Psycho there, and Moochie's like, shit.
I lied. I'm sorry.
So, I guess going from there, what do you see happening within? Let's widen our prediction range. Not just next chapter, but like next couple chapters. Actually, hold on. No, there's a better question. Do you think we're gonna get a volume 15?
Yeah, I think so. I think we passed. I think we already passed the volume 14 limit.
I think yeah. If not, then we're getting there with 156.
Yes,
that's my best guess on that.
I think we passed that, and if we did, I believe volume 15 will be the last volume.
Yep, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, It will end because right now the situation with the Q squads is almost taken care of. Depends how the next chapter fell. But I do think it would be either concluded or it will just pretty much tell you, yeah, like it could go both ways. It could conclude it with Muski actually finally turning herself in and no longer be that corrupted, or it could continue briefly once she said, no, I'm going to stay crazy and there's nothing you can do about it. Point blank and simple. If it could go both ways, but either way, it's still going to end very soon. So if we're like, let's see, 156, right?
Yeah, and if this latest volume is going to have 12 chapters, then that's the same thing with volume 13? I think 13 had 12 chapters also.
Oh, yeah?
So if we're going by that, if that's going to be the norm after this, then volume 15 most likely is probably going to end with either 166 or 168. That's my best guess.
Yeah, unless we got a lot of Omaki. But point is, we're definitely in a volume 15. That's what I like to believe. And if we are, then that means we still got like a good amount of chapters left. Which begs the question, what will be happening next then? After the Q squad be saved? If they are saved or taken care of. Let's just say taken care of. After the Q squads are taken care of, what exactly are we going to focus next? Well,
we still got Hida and Kaneki. That reunion's still going to happen. And I'm confident that that's going to happen next.
Yes. I do feel like we're going to see his face. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Heated face, that is.
We're not going to get the, take off the bandana. And it's like inked out. Like
it felt like one of those censored in TVs. Like, oh, look, look, the girl stripped herself, and you just see a beam of light blocking the entire nudity. You're like, oh, of course. There's always a beam of light. Somehow a beam of light just appear out of nowhere to block the censorship. Good job.
I mean, if that happened in real life, I'll be like, okay, I can buy that. But
I think that'd be a stretch for Tokyo Ghoul. Like,
right?
Okay, come on. What are you doing? A beam of light in a sending manga? Hello?
I know. I was like, wait, is his face
We just saw it.
bad that you had to censor the bottom portion?
Yeah, that's true. It's like, how bad is it? Just exactly how bad is it? Oh man. But yeah, it's a good question. After Q squads are taken care of, what is exactly going to happen? If I'm being very optimistic, I would like to say Toka finally finds Kaneki. Hide comes with Toka, and they finally reunite all three of them. We see his face. Kaneki finally wakes up. Dragon slowly deteriorate. Then everything is over, I guess.
Actually, I was thinking the same thing, to be honest.
Now the problem is that's an optimistic view. If I were to think much wider range, I feel like something major will happen. I don't know who and I don't know when, but the fact that V organization are there hiddenly, I feel like they will ambush somewhere down the line that we are least expected, and that scares me like hell. Because they found the one-eyed king, they see the disaster, they taken care of the disaster last time they happened, so they could do it again.
They kidnap him.
Oh God,
that's how Tokyo Ghoul ends. They kidnap the king.
I was like, not again. No, okay, but
no, it's not. No, I doubt. Well, shit. I don't want to say I doubt, but that's possible too when I think about it.
I feel like something major is really going to happen. I just don't know where. Something a big plot twist. Like what?
I know. I'm thinking because it's like I know some people are like, but it's gonna. I mean, no, it's not gonna end with Re. There will be a part 3. Like
there will be a part
organization 3. And pairing up themselves. Neither. I'm not saying they need like 2 separate parts, but like both of those could be tackled in like part 3, whatever it's called. Because and we mentioned this time and time again, we got the V organization, we got Period, we got Rize. I'm missing somebody else too. Who else?
Like in characters or just in like organization?
Like just in general.
I mean, yeah, we got the clowns. They're not doing anything until everything is done. So therefore, that's like an automatic new arc. That's an automatic new arc. V organization, they're gonna be participating, and I feel like this is how we're gonna finally get them into a full-fledged heel site.
There's Eto. Eto.
Yes, I feel like she will come when V organization become number 1 focus of the series, which that's really happening very soon. So there's that. Kanu is dead, so that's taken care of. We don't.
Yay!
Takizawa didn't show up in this whole entire arc, so this seems weird to end the arc without him. Well, not
I
end the
mean,
arc,
we
end the series
kind of
without
saw
him.
him a little bit in that one
Well, yeah,
chapter.
I know. I'm just saying, like, he's not participating in doing anything. It's like, what kind of final arc is having the cast that said, no, you're not doing crap?
Seriously, it's like, what's happening there?
Yeah, it's like, you're not gonna do anything. This is the final arc. Hello, fine, don't do
What
anything.
else? There's Yoshimura also.
Yeah, where the hell is he?
I'm like sitting here like, hold on. Yeah, I'm like, we're like past the original series count, and he's no word.
Yeah, we don't have. We don't even know what happened to Irumi and Como again.
Right?
Yeah, we don't know what happened to them. I feel like
Koda
the
is kind
what?
of MIA too at the moment, because the only thing
Yeah,
we know is that her and Kano had that conversation before he offed himself.
that's true. We don't know what she gonna do next is still questionable. Hell,
Mhm.
I still want to know what not Nishiki. Well, yeah, kind of Nishiki you could say, but I'm kind of curious what Kimi's gonna do now. I mean, is she gonna continue the lab research that Kanu left behind? Be interesting.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm very curious on that because part of me thinks like maybe she would lose out of her mind and she'll become another Kanu 2.0.
Oh God.
I'm like, oh shit. But I don't think that. Well, I don't know if she got to be pure, so maybe it won't happen. She has to be pure.
Yes, we
But yeah. But going back to possibilities. Where we stopped at? Who we stopped at?
stopped at Yoshimura.
Yeah. Vic, where is he?
Art has the other one too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely him.
Mm,
Oh, and I remember now. I still think we're going to see or find out who is the One-Eyed King, the original, the
that's
Washu one,
right.
the Washu one, which is very interesting because how again, there's only two Washu, but we're still getting a lot of Washu's lore, and I'm like, and now that we find out the One-Eyed King came from them, it really makes you wonder what exactly is the real origin behind everything. I mean, again, they're ghouls, yet they're killing ghouls by making CGG. Why? What kind of ass backward is that?
Yeah, right. Like, what?
It's like, wait, why are you doing that? You're a ghoul too. Why are you killing your brethrens?
Exactly. Like, what? Like, is this on some like Senju versus Uchiha shit? No. No.
Oh boy.
Nah, I didn't. I mean, the sad thing is, that could be a possibility too.
But that's wait, with who? Washu and who?
Damn, I drew a blank.
So you were saying all that and you forgot who you were mentioning about?
I know. Trying to think what else.
That's definitely a lot more. We're not going to end this series with just this arc, okay?
No, we're not.
We got more stuff to cover, believe it or not.
We do. Whether it's going to be with like it's like what we've been saying for a while now, guys. Like Tokyo Ghoul is going to end, but there will be a part 3.
Yeah.
There will be a part 3. It's just a matter of what part 3 will be called.
V.
I'm still gunning for V. Like the fact that the V organization is here now, like, come on, it's perfect timing if you ask me.
Yep, perfect timing.
Like, we'll just watch. It's like Ishida is like in the middle of volume 15, maybe even like second to last chapter. His like Tokiguri comes to an end. It's like, what? Again? It's like, why? What? No, don't pull another Tokyo Ghoul. And it's like, oh yeah, well here's the announcement: Tokyo Ghoul V. Boom.
Not again.
It's like, why? It's like, because I love you guys. That's why. Uh-huh.
Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah. Love us innocence of torturing us to death with each upcoming chapter. Jerk.
Oh boy. But yeah, in a way, it's kind of hard to predict. Even though we're being like again, I think Ishida wants us to predict what I just said earlier. The first one being like everything go normal, which it could still happen, honestly. But we thought the same thing with Kaneki showing up, trying to kick ass against Suzuya, Furuta,
That's
and
true.
everything else.
We did.
And then he
And then
just got his
it
kick.
flipped on us in the last. I'm like, hold on, we missed something.
Yeah, so
And then he came back with 144, and that chapter was still beautiful.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? Maybe kind of looking back on 2017 a little bit, which chapter stood out to you the most?
In the entire 2017?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What's the first chapter of 2017?
Of 2017, let me check real quick. 2017. It was 108.
And that is what?
The whole, I think that's the conversation. Okay, that's the flashback with Woody.
Wait, flashback with who?
The flashback with Woody and his dad, and then it goes to
Oh yeah! Wow, it's for wait, no, 108. What's 108? Because I'm
mhm.
thinking about I'm thinking about where
Oh, that's the lab operation. It's when Kaneki's trying to get that what's it called? Shit, I'm blanking on the name. The RC suppressor.
yeah. Okay, I know what arc we're talking about.
Shit, now I'm thinking back on that. Now we covered a lot.
Yeah, we did actually. Huh. I'll be damned.
3 arcs in 1 year.
But yeah, if I guess my standout would still be 153. No, 150. 143. Because that chapter really got people wild up.
I can definitely say the same thing.
Yeah, like everybody lost their mind. Everybody was about to get ready to hate Ishida to the fullest. Holy crap! I seen so many people hating on that guy. If this is any indication of being the exact same thing as the last chapter of the original Tokyo Ghoul, wow, I would believe that. I would definitely believe that's the exact same. I never see so many people got so pissed off.
No, I didn't either. And so both of us kind of got the experience. I'm like, wow, we weren't there for the original one, but
here we are.
It's like, yep, we're here now.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people went crazy. Oh my god, it was kind of amazing, to be honest.
It was, because even I was like
I fell for it. We all fell for it.
We all felt we thought it was ending next chapter.
I got the preview title. The preview title was called End Credits. And then the magazine said, "Hey, we got a huge announcement for Tokyo."
It just felt too coincidental. I'm like, okay, no, this feels too
color page and everything. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Ending. And then we all talk about parallels because he has been doing parallels in a very clever way. So we're all thinking, "Oh my God, he has really gone deep in to parallel the chapter number count." So therefore, he's technically rushing this in order to make the exact same ending. Bullshit. So that's what everybody got the exact same feeling. Oh my God. I thought the same too. I was like,
I know.
wow.
I was like, Ishida, are you serious right
It was like end credit. They have the damn nerve to say end credit. Like, yay, end credit.
And then you get chapter 144 now.
And it was awesome too.
That chapter was, see, it's weird for me. I don't think there's a like. I wish I could include 144 alongside 143 because they both go hand in hand with each other pretty well.
Which chapter again? 144. 140. Which one?
144.
And
that's the one we have when you have like all the 7 Kanekis talking with each other.
Yeah, no, but I thought I thought you was comparing with one chapter to the next.
Oh no, not comparing them, but like say that those 2 chapters were like my big standouts from 2017.
Oh, 143 and 144?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Same here. My God.
Because 144, I remember I was reading, I'm like, Ishida, did you predict this?
Oh, hell yeah.
Because it sounded, because I was reading all this stuff, I'm like, wait, why does this sound like the audience talking?
Are you talking about... Hey, one thing for sure, the tournament was awesome.
It was. I was like, oh, we have a wait, no, we don't.
The tournament arc, the best tournament arc ever.
I know, and then you had Toka acting like a tsundere. Well,
yeah. Everybody's like being such a cheerleader squad. Suzuki is being like the rival. Kadage is being the main character protagonist with the cliche lines. It was awesome.
It was.
They lost and then everybody boos. Every single quote almost feels like something we would say. It's like, what happened? You used to be stronger. You're weak as hell. What's wrong with you?
I know. I'm like, okay, Ishida, you're playing us. I know.
Oh shit! Amazing, just absolutely amazing.
I know. We get to see Heise Sasaki again. We got to see Black Reaper.
Oh, the Black Reaper was awesome. I love that guy.
No,
That guy was very straight to the point. No chills. He was just
he's
cold.
like, shut up, prisoner 240.
It's like you gotta be fucking, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That's like one of the lines. It's like all because he was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Kill Suzuki at the very beginning. It's like, really now? Be sure that work. That would work in front of people. The people will actually fight back and kill him. Okay.
I know you have him in the. I remember like you had him in the One Eye King like having debates, and then you had like Eye Patch Kaneki like from chapter 1 going like, hey, please, don't fight.
Yeah. And you got the one like pretty much between Tokyo Ghoul and Ri. It's like oh, stop crying, get your ass back and go chill. You know, he's always crying. He's like, oh, it's like, will you stop crying? God.
No.
Oh my God.
I'd probably say that I think if I had to pick between the two, I'd probably say 143 though, because without that, you wouldn't get 144.
I know the impact, which is amazing. But I would say this: the honorable mention would go to 125. I mean, okay, you make fun of that part, but the fact is, we got a canon pairing with more than just a kiss. So
No. That's true. I was about to say that, like, you know what? Even though it's funny, it's actually true.
that is so true. It's cool. Is remarkable in a lot of sense. But yeah, I was like, holy crap, we got a pairing before the ending. Yay!
Like, cool, and we went overboard. Shit.
It's like, well, excuse me. I was like, oh yeah, we're in seinen. It's not shonen, you know. We don't end with a kiss. You go.
I mean, I'm totally fine with that. But I was like, the entire chapter, though. Shit.
Yeah, that part surprised me. The entire chapter. I'm like, oh, but hey, I did like the realistic route, so I not complaining at all.
No, not either.
But yeah, this year, really depends. If it really does end this year, I mean, well, you know, Tokyo Ghoul Red, not the entire series. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But if it does end the Tokyo Ghoul Red here, then might be a short year for them.
For Ri, yeah, definitely. Because I mean, if we're saying, because it's usually like 4 chapters a month, so I would probably say either within March, maybe. When we probably see
possible. That's possible. March.
Within that range. I could be wrong.
Yeah, that's possible.
I'm trying to think of what else, because I feel like we covered almost everything.
Yeah, we did. We did. We just once we get back, the fan would hit the floor or hit the wall. What is the impression actually?
It'll hit the fan.
Shit hit the fan. Thank you. So
I think that's how you say it.
Yeah. So pretty much when the chapter resumes, well, we'll see what happens. If everything goes smoothly, then that's a miracle. It's a new year miracle. It's a year of dog. It's a year of goodness. But if everything acts like Tokyo Ghoul is always known for, then yay, new year.
Like, sweet.
Yay.
And it'll be back to the original format after that.
Yes. Everybody disappears. Kaneki dies, quote unquote, again. He reborn as Kasaki. new member.
Better yet, Kaneki dies, and then you have part 3. He's on the dark side, and it's his offspring that saves him.
Oh boy!
Like, it's too late for me now. I can no longer be free.
Man. Well, we'll see what happens, guys.
Star Wars reference, if anyone's wondering.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Wonder what they could do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Nah, I'm saying I wonder what they could do. Maybe they're gonna be like, well, you know, we can't look at the old logic of ghoul anymore. Everybody could become a ghoul.
That's true.
And then, oh, Kaneki, I somehow, some way, people, the fandom, the fan base, the audience, were somehow hyping your father to be the big reveal. But I'm just gonna let you know, your father was a drug and he died so young. There, happy now. Stop with this lineage bullshit. We don't need that anymore. Were a normal boy that just happened to be in a load of shit of trouble, and now you're the king. End of story. Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh my god.
Yes, I just attacked that fan base. I am going to get killed for this one.
They'll be like, Sparda3g, how dare you?
Oh boy.
It's like that's already a controversial topic in and of itself.
Yeah, I know. I just brought it.
Ironically speaking. Oh. But aside from that, guys, that's usually doesn't end up like this, but I can't help but stop laughing at that thought now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Sparta3g. It was great having you on board again, as always, especially after a month hiatus of doing the Tokyo Ghoul podcast.
Well, it's only been a year, so it's okay.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fun. It was always fun to be here. Hopefully we get some great deliveries. Hopefully we get some good directions, and hopefully we'll have a good ass year.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And aside from that, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm LuckyRave,
Sparda3g.
and we will catch you guys next time. Enjoy 2018 while it lasts.